Hello everybody, my name is Chris and welcome back to more Mass Effect 2. Now, last episode, we did a bunch of stuff. It was a lot. The last couple episodes, we've been doing a lot of things. Now, we've been churning out a lot of the clusters, looking at a lot of planets, right? A lot of planets. But we also did a couple N7 missions, which, regarding those, I don't know why, and that's good that I don't know why, but there's a number of people that have been saying for a while to not complete all the N7 missions. I don't know how many are actually left, right? But for the sake of it, just for kicks, because there's obviously a reason, and I don't see any harm in holding off on doing the rest of them. So I'm gonna go whatever ones we find, the one we have now, and any other ones we find by scanning the rest of these planets. We're just gonna hold off. We're gonna do those at the end of the game. Probably before arrival, right? But post game for some reason there's a good purpose for that. And it's not like doing them now or doing them later is really going to change how we've been approaching the game. So I'm fine with doing that, seeing what happens, right? We're going to do them anyway. So that's how that's going to go. But we did a couple on the last episode. One of them was we went to this Blue Sun's base, and they were using a distress signal to draw in other ships, only to then basically raid those ships. And we went in there, we found their base, we shut that shit down. then there was another base. Basically there was a moon and a planet, Franklin and Watson, and on the moon there was a missile base, a Javelin missile base, right? And it was designed to protect the planet as like a defense, right? Anything that goes to attack the planet, the base on the moon can easily fire out and protect them, right? Good. However, that became very quickly compromised when the moon base was essentially taken over, and missiles were triggered and set to be launched at the actual planet. Like, actual bad case scenario. So we get in there, we fight our way through, only to get to the end, and we basically get a shutdown key. Problem is, there's 2 missiles. We only got 1 key. So we had to make a choice. Right, we were pushed to pick between essentially destroying a local spaceport in an industrial area, or destroying it, killing a lot of people, right? And the idea was we kill all the people, we save the industry, but we destroy the industry, we save the people. Problem is both of them also had negative effects, aside from, like, you kill all the people, right? They're dead. That's bad, right? Sure, the industry's safe, but there's nobody to work it, so it essentially becomes useless, right? But then you destroy the industry, and the people are there. People are alive still, but the industrial area is non-functional, so they'd have to relocate the people anyway. So regardless of the choice, it really felt like this place is done. Whichever one we choose, right? So we kind of went with the lesser, the better option, I feel like. Right? Saving the people. So we did. Destroyed the spaceport and everything. Blew that whole thing up. Saved all the people. They're going to be relocated somewhere else. So there's that. That seems, it's a lot of money, but that seems way more replaceable than a ton of people. A lot, right? But that was probably one of the most heated one that we went to, because that actually felt like it had crazy consequences, if even in the moment, right? Even if it's just an isolated incident. But then there's this other one we did, which is very interesting, right? This one, the wrecked merchant freighter. Wrecked merchant freighter is very interesting because We basically land, and there's a ship that was completely crashed into the planet, right? And debris and parts scattered everywhere. We read like a data pad that essentially implied that the mechs that it was carrying a lot of mechs. It's like 180 mechs, and then one Emir mech, like a lot, right? Problem with that is that apparently they were blowing themselves up in the cargo hold, causing the ship, allegedly causing the ship to crash. But in the panic of it all, because I didn't realize like activating the beacon there, right, was gonna actually trigger it, but all the other mechs started to wake up and just started firing at us. And 180 of them, roughly, right? Maybe not a whole 180, because some of them probably got destroyed, but they were coming at us. And the problem with that was that I I started blasting and I made it back to our shuttle and we bounced. But there were apparently some data pads there that I completely didn't see. Right? And um, thank God, somebody in the comments actually posting it, um, about basically all the ones that I didn't actually read. So thank you for that, because we're looking at it, and it's very interesting because it's essentially the um, the captain of the ship saying with the VI that there's a number of compromised systems on the ship, right? Let me see if I can just bring it up. I'll just read them all because it'd be better. Okay, so this is from the Remy LeBeau. Thank you, incredible, right? So, number of the logs that we found that we that I didn't find, but because this abandoned research station is a follow-up to it, I think it's important that we all know, right? This is a navigator's log, and that was Captain Short Range Sensors just went offline, and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI was reporting malfunctions all over the ship. So the ship itself was having problems. Short range sensors went off, and helm control gone. Like they can't steer it. It is done. Right? Evacuation order. Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill. So shit was happening. And yeah, just so they lost control of being able to they lost sensors, they lost navigation, right? They lost the ability to like even steer the ship, right? Tons of malfunctions. So the captain basically orders a full escape pods escape pod like get out situation. But then system status reports. These are interesting. Authorization, Captain Krat. Engineering status, compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. So, completely... Com- just... Com- literally. Like, ESO exposure, fuel leaks, the fact that primary and secondary cores catastrophic, not just like slightly, but like these are gone. Right? Navigation status critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control out. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Manual control of navigation impossible. The VI control locked out. So the captain locked out the VI? That's weird. Why would he... The VI reported the malfunctions, but he's blocking the AI, or he's blocking the VI. Noticed all the malfunctions and reported them, but then the VI is also now being locked out from controlling the navigation. It's weird. Sensor status compromised. Short range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. 0700, whichever. Yeah, so the short range sensors were shut down. We knew that. But unsafe planetary proximity. So basically knows it at what time they're essentially going to hit the planet. Or they're going to get close to the planet where it's unsafe and potentially lead to the crash that we're seeing. But life support compromised. Life support returning to safe levels. So it was returning. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. So the life support was compromised, just like the sensor status, right? But for this, it's returning to safe levels, but the VI control is locked out again. Shield status normal. Shield holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. That's weird. No, that's weird. That's weird. Because weren't they blowing themselves up? Well, I guess, like, even if they were blowing up, if they don't actually blow up enough to, like, damage the ship, the shields would be fine. But the fact that the shields are, like, totally fine means that it's an internal. It is completely internal. Like, no external forces were, like, acting physically on the ship. VI network. The VI network compromised. Oh, shit. Combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. So the VI control of critical systems was locked out. Combating potential contagion. So the VI was battling a contagion, or they were dealing with a contagion and they had to lock out the VI. But I guess that would explain why the life support and navigation were also locked out. Communication status compromised. Damage to communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. And see, activating the distress beacon was what we picked up that distress beacon, right? So the thing is, so many compromised systems, so many of the lockouts of the VI by the captain, which is weird because usually you would think the VI is like integrated into everything, so being able to fix these things would be what the VI would be able to do. So locking it out is a weird move. But then he did mention a contagion. So the only thing I can suspect is that maybe something got into the system and it was messing with the VI, or the VI was being weird and the captain had to lock it out, but either way it still crashed. So it's like, that's weird. That's really weird. That's strange. And then this is the follow-up we got. Drahi Station appears to be under high security lockdown by its resident VI. The station was the last known docking location for the MSV Corsica, which crashed on planet Neith soon thereafter. Because this is the planet that it came from. Right before it crashed, before it sent off the beacon. But now it's on high security lockdown by its resident VI. So whatever the contagion is, the VI locked down. So what? Like, you couldn't come back, or we couldn't get in there. This is weird. There's questions. I'm sus about the VI because we've seen a lot of weird VIs, but then also we've we've also seen things that we've also seen some weird, crazy shit. Like we saw Overlord and what that can do, right? But I know that's an isolated incident, but still, like, the possibility exists. Now, I don't think this is going to be that same level, but it is it is weird. Something is off about this. I don't like it, right? But I do think it's really cool that you can actually fight your way through everything, because there were like all the mechs and then the Emir, right? So, because all the Loki mechs and then the Emir mech, right? And there's a ton of them, and you can actually sit there and take them all out, and I think that's really cool. And I think there might be a point in the future I would actually try that, because that actually sounds really interesting. It sounds chaotic on what, Insanity, the highest difficulty. That sounds nuts, but that is definitely that's definitely cool that you have the option, right? But we have things that we need to do, and that is to continue on clearing out these planets, clearing out the planets and the clusters, and basically setting ourselves up to be able to go get the IFF is the very next thing we do. So we are going to press on, because we also have to go to the local cluster, and I'm hoping we can get there today on this one. So we're just gonna start where we left off, because this one area had a ton of planets. So we'll do this one first. It's the furthest out. Beach Thunder. Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environment suits, and lays the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Beach Thunder. So the miners. So basically it was the Hanar and the Drell robo-miners. They were on like a team, and then the Krogan and Vorcha were on another team. Right? They were using robo-miners, but Krogan and Vorcha literally could just put on suits and go down there and scrape that out by hand. And it was basically just a competition between, essentially, who can mine it faster. I mean, they both wanted them, right? But it's more like robo miners versus hand. Or wild.
Launching probe.
We don't really know what the robo miners look like, or if they really are that efficient, or if it is purely just like for the sake of convenience and like not actually being in person, right? You just send it down and it does it, but maybe by hand is faster. Oh, Praying Mouth. These are interesting names. The hydrogen helium gas giant Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma. The Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes, and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war. Even miniature black holes. What? But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. That's crazy. Due to the large amount of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. So, obviously you can discharge here, but it's like, just don't. Because far too many have gone completely... they're just gone. Disappeared. That's crazy. The fact that it's called a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. That's fascinating. So many theories, but no one really knows why. That's so cool. That's really cool. Terrifying, but really cool. No one ever comes back. Miniature black holes. Potentially. These are just the theories, right? But too many ships have been lost there to be happenstance. So something is going on, but they don't know what it is. Miniature black holes? Could be. Maybe. But wouldn't that absorb the planet itself? I don't know. Either way, suspicious. What do we got? Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck, and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drellin forces clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of space riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. It's interesting. So the Hanar and the Drellin, I mean, we know just from talking with Thane, right? The Hanar and the Drells, like, their connection, right? And then Krogan and Vorcha. But it's interesting here that it's another, like, them and them working. Huh.
Probe launched.
Because, yeah, basically, it was kind of like a gold rush, right? Gold rush for, like, platinum and palladium. They had to compete. Let's see, what do we got? You're next. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robominers have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. Interesting. Fitful Current. I will say I like the names here are very creative. They're very interesting. For you, First Land. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Damn. 50-hour days.
Launching probe.
Rough. But yeah, this was the planet that is suggested to discharge it instead, right? Yep, using First Land's complementary discharge stations. What we got here? Who are you? Murky Water. Despite the name, Murky Water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Interesting. Its name is little translation from the original Hanar, who considered murky water a sign of danger. Oh boy. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited. Its gravity and temperature too high to bother. 225 Celsius, 4.6. Oh my god. Yeah. Not worth it. That's a lot. It's like a nice blue, but the fact that none of this is actually water is very interesting.
Probe launched.
So they basically named it that because the crushing atmosphere and boiling surface heat. Dangerous. Don't go. We got Island Wind. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of Kaje in the evening. As tumultuous as any other growing giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. Oh my god. That's insane. On Island Wind. The sweet-smelling land breezes. That sounds lovely. I mean, the
Launching probe.
the giant you know, cyclones not so much, but the sweet-smelling wind, that sounds pleasant. Okay. And because it's the abandoned station is here. I think as long as I don't trigger it, right? Okay, it's not even on a planet. Okay, I go. Whew. We didn't. Yeah, I was like, we scanned this already. So the 50% is the station. Okay, got it. Okay, so then we're actually done here. Nice. So we'll come back when we go do the mission. That'll clear out that area, and then we're done and done. So super easy. This is definitely one of the bigger sections of planets. A lot of fuel. That's the most fuel we've actually used. Right? Okay. To the relay. Now. Go to the local cluster. We already did these. Okay, so we have the wasteland. Is the wasteland really the last thing? On the Viper Nebula. But I don't know if going there is gonna... I want to, but I know that's where Rescue Dr. Kenson is arrival. I don't think it's gonna trigger it by going there. We'll clear out the other one. I'm gonna save, and then we'll go there. And if it's okay, cool. But I think that's it. Right? The Eagle Nebula is the investigate abandoned station. That's the last thing. And then other than that, acquire the Reaper IFF. That's it. Right? And then the Pylos Nebula. So where is here? What is this place? What is going on over here? Is this and then Castus? Interesting. Let's see. Pietus. Pietus? Pietus? Pietus. Though Pietus has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, I think it's Pietus. Pietus. Pietus will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere, mostly hydrogen and argon. Pietus... It's probably... I'm committing to it. God damn it. Pietus could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pietus to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised.
Probe away.
So literally. So they want to like terraform it and colonize it, like make it a thing, right? But the Citadel Council is just like, It's been back and forth. They're not really making any progress on it, and so it just sits there and waits.
I have detected an anomaly.
Hello. Equitas. 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 Home to the famous Iron Canyons. Equitas has reddish iron oxide dust, or hematite, covering much of its surface and significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. Terran explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and hucksterism, a small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. The funds are then used to maintain a research station, which has discovered some fossil evidence that Equitas once harbored microscopic life based on deoxyribonucleic acids in these springs. Ooh.
Beacon triggered by Universal
Launching
Distress
probe.
Protocol.
Something on our sensors.
Beacon triggered. Universal Stress Protocol. Surface scans report potential alien signatures from within the mining facility. Anomalous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff unknown. Interesting. Oh, there it is. And on the planet. Well, we're gonna... Oh, the anomaly. Okay, it's tied to that. Okay. Well, we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that for later. Interesting. Vir. A pressure cooker planet with a thick nitrogen-heavy atmosphere. Vir is largely ignored by the galactic community. Probes have revealed a crust of nickel and scorched carbon, both of which can be found in abundance elsewhere, at far less temperatures. 778. Bruh. Oh my god. That's insane.
Probe away.
Unsurvivable. Well, without a suit. I don't know. I feel like even with a suit, that's a lot. That's a lot of heat. That's a lot of heat. Investigate the abandoned mine. We will. We will check that out. But I want to save the rest of our N7 missions for later. Right. Invictus. That's a cool name. Home to dextroamino acid-based life, Invictus's temperate zones were settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. Bewildering. 2 decades after its first colony was founded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities and a large colonist exodus. But when the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Justina Empress ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. This effort succeeded, largely due to the colony's location in deserts with a minimal number of pest species. Smart. The image of Justina's triumph in the frontier made for good political theater, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in an Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one who came up with it. House in an Invictus jungle. Alright. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies but has high concentrations of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Turnus systems hide out in Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapiens that are actually on the planet. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of people that are actually on the planet. Oh, with illegals. The criminals that are hiding out there. 640 million total present, but 320 million who actually, live and existing, right? Justinacio. Interesting. I mean, the capital being named after that makes a lot of sense.
Probe away.
Invictus. That's a cool name for a planet. Very I don't know, very Warhammer. Right? Temeraris. Visible in Invictus's night sky is Temeraris, a planet named for the Turian spirit, said to have inspired the crew of their first manned moon launch. A boiling hot rock planet, Temeraris, is much harder than its temperate neighbor due to a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and helium. Its hot surface is largely composed of boron. Surrounded by a thick dust cloud, Temeraris is often struck by small meteors, making exploration dangerous. So, hot surface, composed of boron, thick dust clouds, small meteors pelting down.
Probe launched.
Not a good time. Not the time we want to have. Okay, cool. That's everything. Nice. So we'll come back in the future, check out that mine. We will. Right? Because I think, okay, where are we right now? Right, we have the abandoned mine, we have the research station. This is Dr. Kenson, so we know where that is. So the last place we do actually have before the local cluster is actually here in the Pylos Nebula. MSV Broken Arrow. Oh my god, there's a lot here. Oh my god. Alright. Let's get to it. Alright. Isail. Isail is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. Though gas giants are known for their powerful magnetic field, Isail's field is stronger than current models predict. Within the frost line of its solar system, where gas giants don't usually form, Isail is believed to have once been extrasolar.
Probe launched.
Heard that name be brought up before. Dorada, Satant, and Chrysaroy. Okay. We're looking. Jonas, a methane ammonia ice giant, is being developed as a fuel depot serving the Pylos cluster. Eldfell Ashland Energy has established a base on one of its moons to crack water ice into hydrogen and oxygen and skim helium-3 from its atmosphere. Jonas is also believed to be an extrasolar planet captured by its star. From orbit, Normandy's sensors can pick out a hand-painted sign some woggish employee has left outside the complex. Last chance fuel for 100 light years. For 100 light years, the only gas station around.
Probe launched.
Interesting, though. Because this isn't actually in our, what is it, our journal or anything, right? This is just something that we'd come across a while back. The MSV Broken Arrow. Scans detect a rapidly decaying derelict ship in orbit over planet Jonas. Registration matches the MSV Broken Arrow. Ship's manifest notes volatile munitions cargo aboard. If left undisturbed, the ship's trajectory will lead to impact with Jonas. High probability that the crash site will be far gone. Jonas' largest human colony. Geth signatures detected aboard the MSV Broken Arrow. God damn it. Really? Like, I don't think we have to do it right now. Like, I can save this, right? Because this is still technically a mission. It's just not in our journal. I'm thinking we save it. It's been here the whole time. So, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine if we come back to it. We know where it is. So, okay, we're here over in Dorada. Oh, Interesting looking star. Okay, Dorada. Huge. Vioresa. Vioresa? With an orbital period nearly 2 millennia long. Jesus. The cold and distant Vioresa was actually missed in the initial Asari survey of the system. Only a follow-up mineral assay sent to Canalis by a Volus mining concern noticed its subtle movement across the stars. Vioresa is a methane ammonia ice giant circled by a retinue of deep frozen moons. Its remoteness makes it a popular drive discharge point for planets working the Pylos Nebula cluster. In the last 2 years, several dozen ships disappeared while passing through the Dorada system. As Pylos is currently unclaimed by any sovereign power, as Pylos is currently unclaimed, Council naval patrols are few and far between. Thus far, none of the pirates responsible have been apprehended. Damn. It is what it is. 1,860 years. That is insane. Crazy. That's how long it takes to just to orbit. That's nuts. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. I mean, it is a lot of time, right? Big time. Okay, so we got that one. Then, okay, it seems like they're all here now. That's good. Cool. Cool. Thanusi. Thanusi is a small barren rock. Though there is evidence that it once had an atmosphere of carbon dioxide, only trace amounts of krypton and xenon remain. Like Cyano, it is tidally locked to Dorada.
Launching probe.
Interesting. So, Cyano, another planet. We're gonna go over this one. Let's see, who are you? Cienus. Cineus. A standard hydrogen helium gas giant, Cineus has more than 80 moons. That's a lot of moons. Good lord. 900 years to orbit. What is with this place in these long orbital periods?
Launching probe.
I assume the orbit has something to do with the star. Like this guy. I don't know how space works, particularly, but it's wild to go and see what's the orbit period of this planet. Cyano. Orbit period, 26 years. Right? A day is also 26 years. Not the best example, but still, right? 26 years compared to 900 years. Like there's something interesting. Cyano, named for an ancient Asari philosopher known for being a contrarian, orbits Dorada at retrograde. Interesting. It is believed to be an object that fell into the system millions of years ago from parts unknown. The outermost of Dorada's 2 inner asteroid belts is thought to have been a small planetoid that was broken up by Cyano's passage into the system. Cyano is formed of low-density rock and is tidally locked to Dorada. The same hemisphere always faces the star. Exactly, which is why the day length is exactly the same. There's evidence that a complex or artificial structures once existed in the north of the sunward-facing hemisphere, but they have been badly degraded by millennia of heat and radiation. Several bunkers of radioactive waste, apparently byproducts of primitive fission plants, have been discovered on the far side. Oh. So this once was potentially a lived-on planet, right? The fact that there were like structures, right? A complex of artificial structures, and then there's also like primitive fission plants or radioactive waste, apparently byproducts from primitive. So whatever sent this here, right? was it fine before it was sent, or did this happen and then it was, so there's questions, but
Launching
it's curious
probe.
how that happens.
I
For
have
you.
detected an anomaly.
Another anomaly. Canalis. Canalis is smaller than Earth, but has unusually, high density. The high level of tectonic activity indicates that the density is caused by an abundance of radioactive materials in the core. These, combined with the planet's unusually high rate of spin, raise the planet's internal temperature and cause volcanism. Oh boy. While several companies performed mineral assays in the late 2170s, the world's geological instability precluded development. A day is 9. Oh my god, that is fast. I can't imagine what that would actually look like. Right? Like, just knowing, because our days here are like 24 hours, right? Theoretically. But you can look up in the sky, and over time, you can kind of, if you look at it long enough, right, you can see the rotation. But it's just hard, it's hard to like really gauge without it being like, without a good point of reference to maintain, right? But 9.8 hours, you could literally stand outside at sunrise and you could stand there and literally watch the sun set and then rise again twice in the same day, right? If you didn't sleep. But that's just crazy. You could like literally watch it. It's so fast. That's great. That's cool.
Probe launched. I have found something.
I don't like that. That sounds Yep. Goddamn. Sensors detecting anomalous weather patterns on the planet's surface. Geth activity detected. Recommend extreme caution. Dude, investigate Geth activity on planet Canalis. And we will. We will. Just not yet. Zeth. Zeth is a common hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of sulfur in the upper atmosphere gives distinct yellow stripes. Oh, so these stripes are from the sulfur.
Probe
Neat.
launched.
It's not just a fun nature color choice. Okay. Oh, let's go. Alright, cool. Nerf done. Dorada is done. Now we just have Satan and then this guy over here. God, there's a lot of planets over here. Incredible. Who are you? Ooh, that's nice. Maybe. Hold on. Boro. Boro is a young Volos colony world settled in defiance of a threat by terminus pirate groups. The pirates, who can't use the world themselves, have suggested that the Volos hire them to protect the colony. The Volos responded by requesting military protection from their Turian allies. Got him. Power move. Although uncomfortably hot by Volos standards, Boro has the rare combination of high pressure and ammonia ecology Volos require. Development of the colony is proceeding rapidly. That's interesting. So it's like, it's hot. Negative 57. Right, by Volos standards. By Volos standards, it's insanely hot. Right? But the pressure and the ammonia ecology, right? Because they kind of talked about, we learned a little bit about how they work in their suits and everything in the first game, like way at the beginning, right? But it's interesting that, like, so they're willing to put up with the heat because they can actually live there. It just kind of sucks, right? And then the pirates wanted to be like, oh, hey, we kind of want to live there, so you should totally hire us to protect you guys. And they were like, no. No.
Launching probe.
Neat. I'd want to see what it looks like, though. I'd want to land, check it out. What a Volus colony looks like. Ryceris? An airless rock of mixed light ores. Ryceris is of note for the Tyrian impact crater, a relatively recent asteroid strike within the last million years. Pretty recent. The core of the object was partly composed of element zero. It struck at a low enough velocity that the ESO remained near the surface. Over the years, many pirates and wildcat miners have attempted to extract the ore. It is believed that the Terry-Inu debris originated in the pulsar system AAP 34211 plus 19. Right, that's what I was thinking. The supernova that formed the pulsar also created the Red Emission Nebula that human spaces have unofficially named the Sakura Nebula. Ooh. Supernova that formed this pulsar created the Sakura. That's neat.
Probe away.
Interesting. Oh. Tiny. Anadia is a small ice body with very low density. Its mass is only 4% of that of Earth. Very tiny. It appears to be composed mainly of carbon and water ice, but over the millennia it has accrued a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. While Anadia's gravity is weak enough that a cruiser could land on it safely, there is no particular reason one would want to. Pirates have been known to land to recover ice for cracking into hydrogen and oxygen. One area in the southern hemisphere, so-called Anadian scrapes, is so frequently used for this purpose that higher albedo raw ice can be easily seen from orbit. Can it be? So in the southern hemisphere, higher albedo raw ice. Can I see the raw ice? That?
Probe launched.
Calling it the scrapes. It just gets a lot of activity. Nataisa. An unremarkable methane ammonia gas giant. Nataisa would be of no consequence if it weren't the only approachable gas giant in the Satan system. Boros Vol's colony has set up a few automated ice cracking stations around the planet, and Narhu Combine has been contracted to set up a helium-3 extraction facility. Construction has lagged due to the CEO's arrest in a kickback scandal that reaches to the highest levels of the Vol Ministry of the Frontier. God damn it. Oh yeah, we're gonna build these helium-3 extraction facilities. Great. Yeah, but the CEO got arrested because there was a kickback scandal. It was a whole big deal.
Launching probe.
Oh, probably not gonna happen for a while. Unfortunate. Okay, so there's another one somewhere that I didn't see. Is it close up here? Yep. I was like, it's the only place. It's so tiny. Reskel. Reskel is a massive hot Jupiter gas giant that whips around the star Satan once every 4.5 days. Like most planets of its type, it migrated inwards from its initial position in the system, thought to be around 0.3 AU. Reskel is one of the few close-orbiting gas giants, show a marked temperature difference in its sun-facing and dark-side hemispheres. A marked difference. Interesting. The atmosphere absorbs and re-radiates Satan's heat too quickly for winds to carry the heat to the dark side. There's a temperature difference of over 1,000 degrees between the gas giant's hot and cold poles. That's nuts. Even though it is this close. Right? The atmosphere absorbs and re-radiates the heat so fast that the heat doesn't even get a chance to get to the cold side, basically.
Probe launched.
That's insane. That's crazy. And look at that. A day is 4.5 Earth days, right? But it's also the same as its orbital period, so it always faces the same way, right? Oh, nope, nope. That's just... I don't know. It's interesting how a lot of these planets function, how they work, how they exist. And the fact that there's a lot of them that are extrasolar captures.
Only half our fuel remains.
Okay, cool. We made it here, though. The Chrysaroy. Chrysawa? I've... Let's see. I'll go to this one first. It's the farthest out. Okay. Tenoth. Tenoth is a little more than a glorified ice dwarf that has drifted inwards from Chrysawa. I want to say it's not Oi, it's Wa, but Chrysawa. I don't know. Oort cloud over the millennia. Its extremely elliptical orbit is ultimately unstable. Computer projections suggest it will impact the atmosphere of Eos in a few billion years. So, it's slowly, very few billion years, right? Slowly, but surely at some point, doomed.
Probe away.
Damn. Okay, and you, Geas, is another methane ammonia gas giant very similar to its near twin Uzan. It presents a nearly featureless robin egg blue face to the universe. It's nice. I like the blue. Big fan.
Launching probe.
It is nearly featureless. It's basically just like, yeah, it's kind of there. It just looks nice. It's nice to check out. It is what it is. It's a little bit darker. Right? It's a twin, right? Uzan, a typical methane ammonia gas giant. Uzan has 37 moons of various sizes. Chithis, one of the largest orbits at a retrograde. One of the largest. Oh, okay, sorry. I was getting the columns mixed up. So, Chithis is one of the moons. One of the largest moons orbits at a retrograde, suggesting it was a planetesimal that was captured by the gas giant's gravity well. The planet itself is believed to have been an extrasolar capture as well, though, millions of years before Chithis came on the scene. So basically, the planet was pulling here as an extrasolar capture, and then eventually Chithis was captured as well. Didn't come with it. Evidence collected by planetary geologists suggests that Chithis was, for many centuries, a water world, heated by tidal flexing as its orbit circularized around Uzan. The planetary ocean, once hundreds of kilometers deep, must now be frozen solid. Some have recommended drilling test bores to see if life ever developed in Uzan seas, but the question is considered academic. So, it says Chithis, right, was for many centuries a water world. So this isn't Uzan. It's talking about Chithis, but Chithis is the... Chithis is the moon that was considered a water world as it circled Uzan. The planetary ocean of Uzan? Right? But then also Chithis is a water world? Huh. That's like, see if life ever developed in Uzan seas. It's implying that... So Uzan and Chithis are both watery. Right? Is that the implication?
Launching probe.
I'm imagining. That's what I got from it. Maybe that's not right, but that's what it seemed to be. Theanax. Theanax's surface is covered by water and ammonia hydrate ices, which are constantly repaved by cryovolcanic processes. The world's size and density suggest the core contains heavier elements and retains much of the heat of the system's formation.
Probe away.
That's interesting. Constantly repaved by cryovolcanic processes, so just all layering constantly, right? But the core contains heavier elements. What a diverse group of planets here. That's interesting. Natus. Natus lies improbably close to the red dwarf Chryseroi. I'm pretty sure it's Chryseroi. I've gone back and forth on this now. It allows it to approach habitability, though it's quite frigid. It is tidally locked with a hot pole and a cold pole. Along the Terminator, the temperature averages just above freezing. On the lee side, the temperatures are well below freezing. So one side, just above freezing. A little bit. The other side, well below. Interesting. Natus has developed a limited native ecology, most of its clusters permanently attached around geothermal vents. There are, however, more advanced forms of life. Several arthropodal, herbivore species wander back and forth across the Terminator, as they require nutrients available in both environments for sustenance. More dangerous are the omnivorous predator species that devour the arthropods. Most animal life on Natus has limited vision, but finely developed thermal sense. So, they won't probably see, but goddamn can they sense the heat. Which I feel like is
Probe launched.
almost more concerning. Because even if you could hide from their sight, it's like they have a thermal sense, so you're not really getting that far. It's over. That's terrifying. Yikes. Okay, look, we're not gonna run out of gas. We're almost there. And just like that. See, this is why we have so much fuel. Top those up. Got all these probes. Alright. Then the mass relay. Now that we've done that, the Hawking Ida, which we'll do with the Reaper IFF. I think that's the right thing to do, right? And then just another quick double check. That is everything. We've checked everything but the local cluster. Even though it's 100%, we're still gonna go look at it because it's the right thing to do. Threshold, those 100, 195, only because the research station there, the abandoned station, the abandoned mine, Citadel, Tachanka, and the Viper Nebula. So that's it. Basically, we have to go to the local cluster. And then we also got to go to Ilium, because I think, somebody mentioned it too, but I'm trying to remember all the places that we went to buy the ship models, because we're missing one. Right? We're missing one in the room. Do we have any messages?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Excellent. So we just gotta go to the local cluster, and then, the area where, because we have these three, which is, I think three's, that's pretty good, right? That's like enough for the saving for later, right? But then, yeah, arrival with Dr. Kenson, right? This whole thing is gonna, I'm pretty sure we can go to the cluster and it'll be fine, right? But I just want to make sure. And then do we have to? I think we have to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing, as far as like, because we're moving into the end game, right? So we got to be serious about some of these relationships that I have been, um, not creating, but not also stopping, right? Uh, because it feels too real, right? Like I feel actually like bad, like like turning down that, because they're all so genuine and so kind, and it's like it feels so rude, but it's the right thing to do, right? So so I'm gonna unfortunately have to go around. I got to turn down. I have to turn down Tally, officially, right? And I also got to turn down Miranda, unfortunately. And that's gonna it's gonna kind of suck. And then um and then we're gonna go forward from that. But I feel like we could at least, um was it for the sake of seeing the options happen, right? I feel like we could at least check it out, do a separate save, see how it goes, for the sake of experiencing the game, right? Because getting back to this would take a while on a second playthrough, right? Just to see the same thing again, or a little bit differently. So I'm thinking I'll save, and then we'll see what we can do with Miranda, as far as like see what we can do, but like see how that progresses, and then we'll see how it progresses with Tally. But then officially, I am we're not actually going with any of them, right? We've committed to Liara, because in my defense, in Shepard's defense, in all of our defense, right? And this is kind of the way I'm looking at it. Not to go into a whole spiel, right? But it's like when we died at the beginning of this game, right? When we died at the beginning of this game, when the Normandy was blown up, everybody was at risk. Like we basically forced Liara to go into the escape pod, and then we died. The ship was destroyed. Everything was bad. We came back, but we came back 2 years later, right? But as far as like the headspace, I would imagine that we're still in the headspace we were before we died, right? Because it's not like our memory was wiped. Like there have been some situations where it's like, oh, it's like Shepard's kind of like, you seem familiar, but for the most part, like, my point being, it wasn't 2 years to us, right? I mean, it wasn't 2 years to me as like the player, right? But it also wasn't 2 years to Shepard. It was 2 years to everybody else. So everybody else had time to move on and accept that Shepard was gone, and it sucked, and it was bad, it was miserable, and everything, right? So I look at it like Shepard comes back, and it's like, sure, you have these other characters, right? These other people, these other friends we're making that grow into that, they grow more emotionally interested and all that in you. But it's like, as far as we're concerned, like as far as like a week ago, in our mind, like we're still with Liara. Like that never ended. Liara moved on a little bit, it seemed, but she didn't like it, not even like moved on, but she kind of just kept doing her own thing, right? Information broker, and then now shadow broker. But my whole point, because this could go on for far longer than it should, is that we didn't have that time to like accept or to have Liara be like, well, I don't think this is going to work out between us anymore. We're going to go and separate, and things are different. You know, she's going to do her thing, we're going to do our thing. We didn't have that time because we didn't get that. Everyone else did. And so to go from where we're thinking mentally, right, that our thinking of Liara is exactly the same as it was before we died. Because if it feels like no time has passed. And so to go and be like, oh well, you could date other people, it's like that doesn't feel that way yet. If that makes any sense, what I'm trying to say. So that's my point. Okay, but I just want to see if this is gonna go, because okay, so we just saved, and I want to. Will this? How do they connect? Because, like, over time, we'll say, like, if we weren't already with Liara, right? And I know it's like, oh, we can end it and everything. It's fine. It's not the point, right? But I feel like Miranda has gotten. I like her a lot more as time has gone on, right, throughout the game, and then learning more about her and her kind of like becoming less of a Cerberus machine, it like figuratively, right? More of a person.
Commander, what can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Always. I'm dealing with a few loose ends for Cerberus. We haven't had much free time lately. But I haven't forgotten our earlier discussion. I think we're crazy, but I haven't forgotten. Assuming you're still interested.
I know we could deny it, but I don't know how we actually get this.
Oh, I'm definitely interested.
Glad to hear it. I'll be by the next time things are quiet.
How do things go quiet, though? How do things go? How do I get things to be quiet? Like, is this gonna be like, oh, is this gonna be something that happens like after the IFF, or is this something like we just have to deny them now? Oh no. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure out how to trigger that one, but I kind of want to see Tally. Just for the sake, because oh, there's also Jack. God damn it. That's right. Everybody started to like kind of have that energy
Shepard,
towards us.
What can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that.
Interesting. This is neat.
I've been thinking about the last time we talked.
Oh.
And I do trust you. I hope you know that. This means something to me. It means a lot. But I don't want to share you.
I don't want to be exclusive. Oh my god. I only want you. Oh boy. Okay, because this is our alternate timeline. We're gonna play this out just to see, you know, for everyone's sake. Or, I don't want to be exclusive. She doesn't want to share us.
You don't need to share me. I'm not interested in anybody except you, Tally.
Oh. Well, then I'll talk to you later, once you've made that clear to Miranda.
Ooh, interesting. Oh boy. She knows. She knows about Miranda. Oh boy. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna try this out, see how this goes. Because this could be interesting. I don't know. I'm scared. Very nervous. Okay, hey Miranda, I know, like minutes ago, like quite literally, I think a few minutes ago, you asked me and I said I am, but now I have to. It's so
Commander.
awkward.
What can I do for you?
You have a minute, Miranda?
Always. I'm dealing with a few loose ends for Cerberus. We haven't had much free time lately. But I haven't forgotten our earlier discussion. I think we're crazy, but I haven't forgotten. Assuming you're still interested.
It sucks because it's like she's so happy, and it's like she's hardly ever happy. It's like, god damn it. This hurts. This is how I'm gonna have to do it anyway, right? But
This won't work, Miranda. We're too much alike. We need to stay professional.
I'm sorry you feel that way. But I understand. It's simpler this way in any event. No complications. That's probably for the best. Thank you for coming by, Shepard. I'll talk to you later.
God, I feel bad. I feel bad. God damn it. All right, Tally. I've made it clear. You're the only one for me.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that.
Cool. So I did the thing that you asked. I did the thing. And
I've been thinking about the last time we talked. I'm sorry. I was unprofessional and I wasn't thinking rationally. I was being stupid and selfish.
It's not that much of a. It's not that crazy of a thing to ask. Like, hey, you know, I'm interested in you. You're interested in me, but I kind of just want it to be us two and not you and me, and then you and somebody. Like, that's not that weird of a thing to, like, make clear how you feel, right? That's not. So, no. So you're not interested? We'll say it never happened. No, you weren't.
You've never been selfish. If anything, you've spent too much time thinking of the fleet and not enough thinking of yourself.
That might be true for humans, but Quarians are different. We can't just... We have to think of other people, always. If we don't think about the needs of the whole crew, people could get hurt. Maybe even killed. You deserve to be happy with someone. I can't do that. No matter how much I could get sick, jeopardize the mission.
Ah, shit. What if there were no mission? How sick would you get? What if there were no mission?
And if you weren't jeopardizing anything?
If it were just me, you risked your own life to save the colonists on Pharaohs 2 years ago. Nobody else could have saved them. I watched your face as Lieutenant Alenko died on Vermeer. I watched you stand strong against everything the galaxy threw at you. I've watched you for so long, and I never imagined you'd ever see past this.
Damn. That was intense. Shit.
Are you saying you could die if we were together?
It's always a risk. Maybe the reaction would be minor. Maybe it would put me down for a few weeks. Or maybe it would kill me. But that's not what I'm concerned about, Shepard. I don't want you distracted. I don't want what I want to hurt this mission. It's too important.
You don't want me to get... I don't get distracted. I have been nothing but 100% focused all times. Alright? And what you want is not going to hurt this mission. This mission is going to go the way it's going to go, regardless. I want to be with you. Let me think about this. This is too dangerous. No.
Tally, if you're scared, I don't blame you. But I don't want anyone else. I want you. And I'll do whatever I have to make this work.
I wouldn't blame you if, but... Oh, thank you. You don't know what that... Thank you. Give me a little time. I'll do some research, figure out how to make this work.
Damn. What can you research? There must be options.
What can you do? Can I help?
There are a few ways to temporarily improve my immune system. Immunoboosters, antibiotic injections, that kind of thing. I'll spare you the details. But trust me, I've got plenty of motivation to figure something out.
Just like, okay, real quick, just let me take these like 8 shots, 4 injections, and these three tablets, and then we are good.
It can't be that uncommon for a Quarian to have a relationship with another race.
Sure, but in most cases, everything is happening outside the suit. Nerve stimulation programs and such. I don't want that. If I'm going to be with you, I want it to be real. I need to feel your skin on mine. I've never shown my face to anyone. But I'm ready to show you, if I can do it without dying.
Oh my god. God damn. They wrote the hell out of this. This is... Oh, Tally. That's actually so, like... Not surprised. Like, Tally's great, right? So it's not, like, surprising that it's, like, very wholesome, but it's like, shit. It's really... God, so genuine. Shit.
Do your research quickly, Miss Vast Normandy. Captain's orders.
Right. Yes, definitely. Until then, I should, do something. Repairs for the mission.
Probably. It's not anything, maybe. Just enough. Whew. Intense. Damn. I know we're just like seeing it, but it's like shit. That was a really nice scene.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
For you? Of course. I can't tell you how much what you said means to me. But I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if you're still interested. Are you still interested?
No, it's too dangerous. No, the mission comes first. Only if it's safe.
I don't want to risk your health, but I'm willing to wait.
Thank you. I want you to see what's under this damn helmet. I need to feel your skin against mine, to share myself with you before we fly off into the final battle. I'll find a way.
Damn. I have no idea. How much time? That's interesting. Shit. I don't know if we can... I don't know if we could see him... I don't... I'm trying to think, like, I was trying to see if we could, like, progress each one and see how it goes, but I feel like that's going to take a lot of time. Because it would be this, like, okay, wait, but, like, wait for how long? Do I have to go do a mission first? And then... something? Or, like, whatever. Maybe we'll check it out. Maybe we'll check them out, like, later. At some point. But either I'm not gonna, like, go too wild about it. But it's just interesting seeing, like how each person, like, really approaches. And they really put a lot into Tally.
Hey,
Talk to me, Jack.
I got nothing to say. You act interested, but you got other things going. So don't pretend you coming down here is special. You make a lot of stops.
Shit. That was kind of... I understand. A little hurtful. You mean Tally? I think you'd care. It's none of your business.
Is this about Tally?
I don't care where you play, but don't act like I'm precious if this is just killing time for you.
Oh my god. Oh god. I'll end it with Tally. I don't want to choose. I'm still interested in her. Wow. Damn, so you straight up like, I'll end it with Tally. Fuck. So, but yeah, I don't want to I don't want everybody to get pissed off. Like shit. All I do with Tally. Still interesting. I don't think we can progress tallies anymore without like really committing to it for more of the game. And this was more just to like check these out.
You're the one
But-
I'm interested in, Jack. I'll make sure Tally knows.
You do that, then we'll talk.
What a weird web I'm weaving in this weird scenario right now. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really cool that there are a lot more options in this game. And for the most part they don't seem to like actually build up
Shepard, what can I do for you?
and not
Have
just
you got
like,
time to talk?
For you? Of course.
hey, you
I
want?
can't tell you how much what you said means to me. But I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if you're still interested. Are you still interested?
It's so much sadder now than if I just told her no before. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. Sorry. It's too dangerous.
Tally, I can't risk it. Your safety is too important. I won't do that to you.
Of course. I understand. No hard feelings, Shepard. Can't blame a girl for trying.
Ugh. Fuck. God. It's so... Like, they say, like, okay, no, I understand. It all still hurts, though. It all feels shitty.
Hey,
Talk to me, Jack.
why? I'm not interested in some dumb shit love affair. Never goes right.
Why do you keep running? What the hell is your problem?
Why do you put so much distance between us?
Murtaugh, a guy, used me like the rest. For sex, for biotics. It was fun, and he ruined everything. We tagged a weapons frigate with a Batarian escort and got separated. He had a choice. Leave with the guns, or come back for me. Idiot dumped the score and waded into the squints. I made the shuttle, but no way he was getting out.
And?
I fly for a day or so, and then the shuttle kicks out this recording. He set it to play if he hadn't checked in. He figured that would mean he was dead. Talked about the future we were supposed to have. How he had planned to set us up a home. How he loved me and he was sorry it wasn't going to happen.
That is tragic. Fuck. That's so sad. You have survivor's guilt? I assume you took revenge. Tragic. I don't know if we want to straight up be like, so you have survivor's guilt?
You feel like his death was your fault.
No, he did it to himself. You feel, you get sloppy. It's that damn simple. He found out, and you'll find out.
I admit it. I can't fix this. Would it kill you to try? He saved you. Ooh.
If he had left you, you would have died.
So what? You ever see me flinch? Or run? Death is easy. Fucking on-off switch. But this, it just burrows in. Like those husks, you end up with nothing inside. I'm supposed to take that and say, thanks, dead guy.
Fuck.
How about a little effort here, Jack? I'm getting tired of the wall you put up.
It's there for you too. Don't you get it? This will screw your mission. You want out alive? You goddamn run.
Staying right here. This was a bad idea. Goodbye. No, I'm staying right here.
Good thing the mission is suicide. I guess everything works out.
Are you nuts?
I'm also technically undead, so do your worst.
Okay, what the fuck, Shepard?
That's pretty funny. I'm also undead, so deal with that. We're all nuts. You're not winning this time. Your trauma is unimpressive.
So you're crazy, so what? That's practically stamped on the boarding pass for this mission.
It's just gonna hurt. Or you'll mess around. Or I'll end up killing you or something.
And?
And that sucks.
So it'll suck. But how much fun is it gonna be on the way?
I need some time to think, all right? Really, just leave me alone.
Damn.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Hey,
We need to discuss our relationship.
I said I want to think about everything. I just... You know what it's like to think you're alone and find out you're not?
Pretty much, yeah.
You don't have to agree so fast, you fucker.
if
If you need to think, I can wait. For a while.
This is so strange for me, and you just keep pushing. What am I supposed to do with that? You're weird, Shepard. That kind of gets me off.
Oh my god. Say, Jack's great. Jack's amazing. Like, Tally's great, Jack's great, Miranda's pretty good now. Garrus, always. This is, Can we talk back to you?
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Okay, so that really, like, kills it.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, he mission focused already. Shit. Well. Whew, that was intense. Okay, so the one thing that we noticed in the in our cabin earlier was that the little picture of Liara face down, and I don't know if we've already completely like killed that or not, unless I can save it by turning everybody down, or if I've already gone in too deep. I don't know. But this was interesting. So it does, you can establish a relationship with one of these fine crew members, and you're committing to it, and then it kind of builds after that. But they seem to know about each other being interested in us, and that we're interested in them. So yeah, them being like, yeah, like Tally being like, oh, go tell Miranda no then. And then Jack being like, okay, well, what about Tally? Like, it's Tally. We tell Tally no, and then she's like, okay. And I would go that same route, whichever person we choose, probably. Exclusivity, I imagine. And that's fine, but that's interesting. So say, if anything, I'm glad we checked it out, because it does seem like we have to actually commit to it going forward. So maybe down the line we could, if anything, we could look it up, right? Because I would see how their relationship progresses, or if anything like really changes. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to check this out before we pop back to our main timeline, right? But it was just really cool taking a minute to like look at everything and talk to everybody, because it is really, it's neat. Okay, so we're back in the main timeline after we've checked out, talking with Tally, Jack, and Miranda. And so it was nice. It was nice seeing, and just how much they really did put into, like, just how Tally feels, right? It's a lot. And honestly, I can totally understand why, like, a lot of people go with the building a relationship with Tally, right? Especially with the conversations she has leading up to it, right? It's like, she's very nice, and it's genuine, and she does really care. It's like a whole thing, right? So it's hard to go and like hear that and everything and then be like, no, right? Because she is great, but you know, it's just, I'm my point is, I get it, right?
Commander, what can I do for you?
And like, Miranda's pretty cool, and Same with Jack. Like the three of them. Like yeah.
You have a minute, Miranda?
Always. I'm dealing with a few loose ends for Cerberus. We haven't had much free time lately. But I haven't forgotten our earlier discussion. I think we're crazy, but I haven't forgotten. Assuming you're still interested.
All right, time to beat a heartbreaker, man.
This won't work, Miranda. We're too much alike. We need to stay professional.
I'm sorry you feel that way. But I understand. It's simpler this way in any event. No complications. That's probably for the best. Thank you for coming by, Shepard. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later. One down. Now, let's go tally. Right. Shit.
What's this area? That's all for now.
Yep, nope.
Logging you out, Shep.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that. I've been thinking about the last time we talked. I'm sorry. I was unprofessional, and I wasn't thinking rationally. I was being stupid and selfish.
Like, I know you weren't, because it's like, I still feel the same way as far as like that. It wasn't like I get it, but it's fine. But I don't want to be like a dick about it.
You've never been selfish. If anything, you spent too much time thinking of the fleet and not enough thinking of yourself.
That might be true for humans, but Quarians are different. We can't just... We have to think of other people, always. If we don't think about the needs of the whole crew, people could get hurt. Maybe even killed. You deserve to be happy with someone. I can't do that. No matter how much I could get sick, jeopardize the mission.
So now we said, but we did hear these already. So let me think about this. This is too dangerous. It's too dangerous.
I don't want to risk your safety, Tally. Maybe it would be better if we were just friends.
Oh, it hurts.
Yes, right, friends. And I'm honored to serve at your side, Shepard.
It's so sad. God damn it. Sorry, Tally. God, yeah, this was honestly... I did this to myself. I could have honestly stopped all of this before I got this deep.
Hey,
Talk to me, Jack.
why? I'm not interested in some dumb shit love affair. Never goes right.
Can... I don't... How do we... Because I don't want to be a dick. Like, what the hell is your problem?
Why do you put so much distance between us?
Murtaugh, a guy, used me like the rest. For sex, for biotics. It was fun, and he ruined everything. We tagged a weapons frigate with a Batarian escort and got separated. He had a choice. Leave with the guns, or come back for me. Idiot dumped the score and waded into the squints. I made the shuttle, but no way he was getting out.
And?
I fly for a day or so, and then the shuttle kicks out this recording. He set it to play if he hadn't checked in. He figured that would mean he was dead. Talked about the future we were supposed to have. How he had planned to set us up a home. How he loved me and he was sorry it wasn't going to happen.
It's so fucking sad. Dude.
I'm sorry you lost him.
I didn't lose anything. Idiot took himself out. You feel, you get sloppy. It's that damn simple. He found out, and you'll find out.
I feel so like it does kind of like Jack's like, oh, she deserves love. God damn it, right? Obviously, she's been through so much shit. So it feels really bad.
I can't make all of that go away, Jack. Not in a few talks.
No kidding. Told you we wouldn't work. Guess you'll be spending more time upstairs.
It's so...
If you're not willing to try to be normal, I guess this was a waste of time.
I guess so. See you around. Let's go kill something sometime.
That sucks. Oh, that sucked. This all sucks, man. What a downer. What a... God, I gotta go. This is... God, this is all gone real fucking sad. Gotta go scan some planets to feel better. 'Cause otherwise... Hey, Samara.
Shepard,
How are you?
perhaps we could speak later. I wish to meditate.
I should go.
Of course.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, I have thoroughly gone around and, basically told every single person that it's... Yeah, I feel bad too, because it feels like I led them on, but... We saved the timeline. But at what cost? You go, fish. God damn it. It feels so shitty. But like, I'm glad
No messages for you, Commander.
we looked at it like a little bit, right? Like we checked out some of it, like how the conversations would go at least, so there was that. That was nice. I think it made it hurt more though. Okay, so where do we have, right? So you're done. The Hawking Ida. I think let's do the local cluster, and then we'll pop over to the Viper Nebula to see how that's going to work, if we can actually clear that whole thing out, and then come back for Kenson later. Because then I think we're actually ready to go over here to pick up the to scan the rest of the Ida, Hawking Ida, and pick up the IFF. Right? We also go to Ilium. We also got to go to Ilium. So let's make sure we go to Ilium. Remember to go to Ilium, because I want to get my last ship model. Right? Here it is. Sol, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Earth, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. They're all here. So I think the right way to approach this is from the beginning. It's to go to Mercury. Can we probe all these? Oh my god, we can. Oh, this is interesting. It's cool seeing... It's always interesting, even though it's like space and different, seeing like our solar system alongside all the other ones always gives an interesting sense of scale and like presence, right? But Mercury. A handful of solar power stations exists on peaks of eternal light. At the north and south poles of Mercury, the difficulties imposed by the planet's proximity to the sun and high orbital velocity have limited development. Yeah? Can I understand? Population 340. Why? 300. Oh, because I guess they're maintaining the power stations? 430 degrees Celsius is crazy.
Launching probe.
Look at that. Mercury. We're gonna probe this entire system. Mercury. Okay, this is Venus. Venus. With its molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, and crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere, Venus has only a handful of aerostat research outposts. Really hot. A day is 243 days long. One day is almost an entire Earth year. That's crazy. That's insane.
Launching probe.
Let's see. Molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere. There's only a handful of aerostat research outposts. Huh. Earth. Oh, I can't probe Earth. Obviously, right? Just probably take out a small city somewhere. If we did. For detailed information, please refer to the standard issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Earth's orbit is riddled with debris generated by bootstrap space development. Use of kinetic barriers is recommended at altitudes over 85 kilometers. Population surface 11.4 billion. Crazy. That's an unfathomable number of people. Population L4 and L5 stations 250,000. 23 degrees Celsius. 1 Earth atmosphere because it's Earth. 1 standard G. 1 Earth year orbital period. 23.9 Earth hours. Days got shorter. Look at that. God damn. It's the Reapers. Mars. Once considered a prospect for terraforming and colonization, the discovery of faster-than-light travel turned Mars into a quiet backwater. Its southern pole is a historical preserve centered on the Prothean ruins found there. Migration and development are restricted as the search for Prothean artifacts continues. That's interesting, though, because we learned in the first game that Mars is basically where Earth found the Earth found us from Earth, humans, found Prothean ruins on Mars, and that essentially cascaded the space development for humanity and the Alliance and everything, right? And that was through the discovery of the ruins and the technology here. So it's interesting, because when you do think about it, right? Like, I mean, even nowadays, like, I don't know if the sentiment is still about Mars as of right now today, but yeah, the prospect for terraforming and like colonization, like this would be, we could live on Mars, right? That whole thing. But because we actually figured out how to FTL, right? FTL travel. Mars was basically just like, oh, actually, we don't need that because we can go to plenty of other places instead. Interesting. Wait. Gotta go to Jupiter before we go to Saturn. Gotta go in order. It's the right thing to do. Jupiter. She's beautiful. Jupiter's deep gravity well and lethal radiation have kept its moons from being significantly exploited. The largest outpost is Binary Helix Corporation's Nautilus facility, located to the underside of Europa's ice sheet. Population. Across all moons, 9,100. One day is 10 hours. That's crazy. That's fast. That is a fast spin. And it takes 11.7 Earth years for Jupiter to do it. To go
Probe
around. Fascinating. Okay, Saturn. Saturn has been a major source of helium-3 fuel for fusion plants since the 2150s. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment training facility for Alliance Marines. Population, orbitals, and Titan. Oh, okay, yeah. The orbitals and Titan. 117,000 people. Huygens Dome. 10.3 Earth-hour days. These rotate fast. 30 years for this to go around the sun. That's crazy.
Probe away.
It's just so, I don't know, maybe it's always so interesting. I know I keep saying it because it's like, oh, it's, you know, we know these planets, but it's like, yeah, we know these planets, which kind of makes it fascinating when we do actually get to see them again. So, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Finally. We're finally at this point. Everyone's been waiting for it since episode 1. We gotta go over here. We gotta go check out Uranus. It's all been building up to this one fucking joke. This whole goddamn game. Uranus. After the development of Mass Effect FTL Drive, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium-3 fuel and shallow for a gas giant gravity well. Today, Uranus is the largest producer of He3 in Alliance space. The largest producer. Uranus is the largest producer of helium-3 in the Alliance. It's fucking stupid. Uranus was I hate it. It's so stupid. I'm sorry, it's just like Uranus was the target of a land rush. So stupid. Fuck, man. And so we could actually, okay, population 371,000. Sakharov Station. A day is 17 hours long. Incredible. 85 years to go around the sun. And yep, it is as we needed to do. We need to probe Uranus.
Really, Commander?
Stupid. That's funny. Really, Commander? Yes, Edie. This is important. We've been needing to probe Uranus this entire time. It's only been it's really, this was the main reason for the game. The collectors kind of just got in the way.
Probing Uranus.
Stupid Edie. So okay, not even amused. I'll do it again. Do you want me to keep probing Uranus?
Probe launched.
Oh yeah, you're like, I'm not saying it again.
Launching probe.
Excellent.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away.
Could you?
Probe launched.
God damn.
Launching probe.
Uranus can take it.
Probe away.
It's a lot of probes.
Probe away.
All right. Oh. Fucking shit. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. And it's the greatest thing that they did it. Oh my god. Fucking Uranus. So Neptune's over here. That's cool. Hold on. Wait, Neptune's rad. Though Neptune, like Uranus, has plentiful helium. Uranus has plentiful helium. Its remoteness made it an unpromising target for mining before the development of Mass Effect Drive. With Uranus cheaper to exploit. Uranus is cheap to exploit. It has never seen extensive development. The only permanent human presence is a small research facility on Triton. Population Triton, 70. 165 Earth years, that's insanity.
Probe launched.
God, that's fucking fun. I'm sorry, that's really fucking funny. Shit. I've seen a couple comments across like, oh, make sure you go over there. And I'm like, to be fair, like at the beginning of the game, I thought that was kind of like a meme. I thought it was like a joke, you know? Because we could probe the planets. It's like, oh, make sure to probe Uranus, you know, just like a joke. And then it's like, oh, wait, we can actually go here. And it was like, can we actually probe it? And then we did. We probed Uranus, and it was great. It was a good time for everybody. Pluto. Pluto is one of Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Charon relay, formerly encased in ice, considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Charon mass relay recovery operations. So Pluto was here, and then the Charon relay was completely encased in ice and considered another moon, but was actually the mass relay. That's interesting. That's cool. 247 years. That's so many lifetimes.
Probe
Alright,
away.
Pluto. Whew. That's it. We probed everything Sol has to offer. And I feel like we're better for it. I feel like we're healthier, we're clear. We feel better. Right? We're free. Local cluster. We already scanned them before in the first game, so checking them again is always neat. Is there any messages about probing Uranus? No. Wow. Was nobody amused? I mean, educated? Right? Shit. Okay, so for the sake of it, we're gonna take the relay, because I want to go over to the Viper Nebula. I want to see if we can look at the other planets without actually triggering this. That's the point. I hope it doesn't trigger it, because then I'm gonna panic. But it never usually does, so that's good. That's good. And that's all that's here is these three. Okay. This is good, because I can scan these and we're done. And this little guy. Okay, cool. Ermola. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Ermola is home to infrastructure that generates both helium-3 and antiprotons. Both sources of fuel are restricted to hegemony ships, forcing merchant vessels to dock at Bastzuda to refuel before their journey. A sizable naval station is stationed at Ermola, its ships guarding the installations from enemies without and within. As with other planets in the system, spy satellites and ubiquitous. Spy satellites are ubiquitous. Edie's travel advisory. The Batarian hegemony considers any presence of Alliance military vessels in Batarian space as hostile. The Normandy SR-2, while an independent vessel, strongly resembles the Normandy SR-1, an Alliance ship. Use of stealth systems is highly recommended. Presence of Alliance military vessels in Batarian space is hostile. Great. And it's like, oh, well, we're not Alliance, right? We're Cerberus. It looks enough like the very notable Alliance ship. And they're not really going to question that too much.
Probe launched.
They're not going to go and be like, oh, well. They're not going to be like, sir, it's a different color. And then they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. Ignore it. Clogan. A hothouse planet with a thick atmosphere of methane and ethane, Clogan has been left relatively untouched by the Batarian hegemony. As with many Batarian planets, spy satellites circle it, watching for pirates or other enemies of the state who come by the planet to discharge their ship's drive cores. Edie's travel advisory. The Batarian hegemony considers any presence of Alliance vessels that is the same thing. Okay, cool. Great. Basically, maintain stealth systems this entire time we're here. That's fair. Luckily, we got one of the best. Right? Bastzuda. It's a wild color. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Bastzuda is home to infrastructure that generates helium-3 as well as military space stations that supply and protect the resource. Spy satellites are in abundance here, watching for undesirables entering the system or fugitives fleeing it. Damn. So there's military space stations that are here, and then spy satellites are all over the place. Undesirables entering and fugitives fleeing. That's crazy. So you gotta be real good to sneak past it. I don't want to trigger it. Right? Is there another planet? No, it's really that, right? Because that's the relay. Azuda, Ramola. There you are, you little tiny. I understand. I was looking at the rings. Unaka, tiny rock planet. Unaka's atmosphere is a thin sheen of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Unaka has abundant metals, but hegemony protectionism makes mining on Ertot more profitable for Batarian corporations. A few aging spy satellites circle it, watching for unlicensed mining operations. It's very small. So, on Ertot, more profitable, right? So, basically, it's abundance of metals, but they make mining it inconvenient for others. Okay. Oh, this is Ertot. Okay, so I don't want to trigger it. We're just gonna read it, and then we're gonna leave because we can't probe it. Right? Ertot. Like Mount Everest inside an oven was how John Grissom described Ertot while on a fact-finding mission to see if the garden world was worth contestation with the Batarians. His team ultimately decided that the planet's air pressure and oxygen content were too low for large-scale human habitation. Undeterred, the Batarian hegemony colonized the planet's polar regions and began an extensive terraforming effort with cyanobacteria, an invasive plant species. Alliance intelligence have confirmed that the colony has several Batarian military installations, which are too close to human space for the Alliance's comfort. Ooh. So, big Batarian world. They took over, they built it, tons of military installations, and they don't like how close it is to human space. That's interesting. So we're coming back for you, Dr. Kenson, one day. But for now, that's it, right? It's literally that. It's just over here with the IFF. Pretty sure. But actually, before we go into it, let's go to, I want to go to Ilium because I want to make sure if we actually get that last ship model or not before we go into this, right? If this last mission is going to kill us, it's going to kill us with all of my ship models intact and present. God damn it. Okay. So, we're just going to, it'd be cool to walk around with. We'll bring Jack and Garrus. Why not? This will be interesting. Just a random duo. Yeah. Cool. And then us. Great. Alright, guys. Cool. Now, we're just here for a quick shop. A quick purchase. Right? There's only so many shops, so they should be easy to find. And I kind of remember the name. Is it like Dreams of Ilium or something? Right? I don't think it wasn't any of it. Okay, this is the technology, but we bought everything
I'm
here.
looking for the best tech upgrades you have.
So
Of course.
it's on the other side, over where all the other, everyone else is hanging out.
Thank you again. You have no idea what this means to my family.
Great. I'm glad to hear that. That's really nice. Okay. Because this is the last thing. This is the last thing. Because then we're gonna look at planets over in the Hawking Ida.
You can sell something that
And
dangerous
then
with just a contract and a waiver?
Reaper IFF.
These are the terminus systems.
We're finally back at that.
Everything's dangerous.
Eclipse might be fun for you. For me, it's
Ooh.
the future. My clan's breeding strategy is at stake.
There we go. But it's a lot of money. Shit. This is where these are too. Oh my god, that's right. 90,000. I knew I left some behind.
What about a fish? She loves the garden.
There
You
it
could add
is.
a pond.
There it is. Oh, the UT-47 Kodiak shuttle. The last ship model. Now we got them all.
She doesn't
I
need
own all the ship
You're
models
sure
now.
gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
That's a lot of money. Assault rifle damage, submachine gun damage would be really... These would both be good. The damage protection... This gives us 50% more health. This gives us more shield and barriers. I don't... Like, I guess we could come back after the IFF. Right? Because I'm imagining we'd probably make some more money on there too. But... Assault rifle seems like a good idea to have. Submachine gun though, because we have a submachine gun. Damn it. I'm debating on saving the money because these two would be really good to have. Yeah, I'll save the money. We'll come back here. Ilium
Yeah, I've got a friend in
has
Eclipse. She
4
told me what I
upgrades we
needed
still
to get.
need.
Good.
We need to be able to afford them.
Sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there
So
in the package.
once we get more money,
Who reads
but I mean we very much are like approaching a very. I mean we're literally approaching the end of the game. Like I don't even know if it would be financially beneficial to go get the money to do that, because we're gonna go get the IFF, right? And then that's the big thing. We're gonna take that. Right, we're gonna get the IFF, which is gonna let us go through the Omega Relay the Omega 4 relay safely, right? Doesn't mean the other side is safe inherently, but it just means we won't, die in the gravity wells or the black holes, right? So that's the end game. Once we go through the Omega 4 relay, that's it. Like that's when, and it might not be like where it ends, but that's where we start the big push against the collectors, right? Which feel like it's gonna be a bad time. So we might not even make the money between now and then to actually afford that, because it's literally going here. You gotta go collect the IFF. So I think maybe that's something we just can't go and get for right now. General, I don't know. There it is. Here it is. A little shuttle up there in the top left. That's very cool. I have all of them. I've collected them all. This is nice. Now let's not blow up the ship at the end. Right, buddy? That's right. Goddamn right. I think this is it, though. This is it, because I don't think... Because we've talked to everybody, right? We unfortunately shut down Tally. We unfortunately shut down Miranda. We unfortunately shut down Jack. And Samara doesn't want to talk to us anymore for right now. So it is. I think that's where. I think that's where we're at, right? I think we're ready for the IFF. Because I'm saving all the N7 missions for later. Just completely save them for later. We're gonna see how that goes, what happens, but we will be saving them. But what is going on here? There's these other places we didn't do. We didn't do anything here. So we still have all these planets to look at. Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, fine. That's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna pick this up on the next episode. So thank you everybody so much for watching, for real. We're gonna go through. We're gonna check out all the planets there, and then we're gonna go. I'm confident that we are ready to finally, after so long, finally go for the Reaper IFF. Now, what that actually means, literally no idea. Could be an antenna, could be a big box, could be something that we have to like tie to the outside of the ship. Could be anything, right? Could be just a CD that we have to put in. Who knows, right? But we have to get this thing. And it feels like a long time since we actually got that mission. But we did it. And we finally reached this point. We checked every planet. Once we're done with this whole section, we've checked every single planet in this entire game. And there's a lot of them. We've been going through it. Right? We literally have over 1 million of every resource. Except Ezo, I think. I think Ezo is the only one we haven't hit yet, right? Yeah. But still, 165,000. But just look, that's almost at 2 million iridium. It's insanity, right? So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Seriously. I know like the planet scanning and some of the N7 haven't been like super like crazy exciting compared to the main missions, but I hope they're fun and interesting, because there's so much little bits of lore. Some planets just like, it's just like, oh, this is an interesting planet, right? Some planets are like, oh, this affects this economy, and then you see the other planets in the same area and how they kind of how they sort of have some sort of relevance to each other, right? And it's just interesting. It's neat. So I hope that's been fun. And next episode, get real wild. So look forward to that. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.